Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope this video find everyone doing well and in good spirits. Okay guys, let's get right on into the video and let me tell you what I will be sharing with you guys this morning. This is a subscriber request. You know who you are. This is cube steak. So right here, okay clock. Okay, right here I got probably approximately 2 pounds of cube steak. You can't tell now about the pound because everything I got pretty well expensive. So I'm cooking a large pack simply because I'm going to once I cook it, I'm going to put it in the freezer for another meal right around the corner from it. And that's the reason I went ahead on and got the family pack, because the family pack you got a few cents off rather than if I had got just like a regular pack. It looked like it might have been 2 pieces in there that they had spread it out, and that was like $8 or something, whatever. And then when I counted in this pack, it had a lot more in it. So I said I'll just get this and make 2 meals out of it, because we don't eat cube steak that often anyway. If we eat cube steak maybe once or twice every 2 years, because Tuck is a steak lover here in this family. And normally I don't fix it till he asks for some, and he hadn't asked for it in a while, so it's probably been a couple of years since I have prepared some. So guys, let me tell you how I fix mine and what I use in mine. It's very simple to fix this prepare this dish that I'm going to prepare for you all today, but it's absolutely delicious. Now I already have my cube steak seasoned. Now I rinse it off real well. I rinse it and then I take some paper towels and pat it dry on both sides, and then I put the seasoning on it. It's probably been laying up here seasoning maybe for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. I did it ahead of time because I don't marinate it or anything. All I do is season it, sometime maybe 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes before I'll be putting it in the skillet to cook. But I'm going to tell you the seasonings that I have on it, but you put whatever season you want on your cube steak. This is just a requested video, so I will be showing you guys how I do mine. I got some of this here Montreal steak seasoning. This is absolutely delicious on it, guys. I believe if you just only put that and a little black pepper, you got it made. But I put some of that on it, and you know, I just sprinkle on. I don't know the amounts. And I have some this granulated garlic. Can you see all this stuff up?
So far, yes.
And then I have some granulated onions. Like I say, you put the season to your choice. I mean to your liking, because I have put a little bit of everything on it down through the years. And I got some black pepper on it. You know, black pepper to me make cube steak. And the way I'm going to be cooking it today, guys, I used to fix mine on top of the stove with the gravy and all that kind of stuff. But I already knew cube steak is something, this is a tough part of a steak. It's probably the round part, because I used to work at a grocery store, and the man that worked the meat department, he told me, he was saying, you know, it's like a tough part of the steak, and I mean of the cow. I don't know why I said steak, but anyway, he said usually it's a bottom round or something like that, a top round. I remember that from all the way back in the 70s, because I was like, I didn't particularly care that much for cube steak, because even though they had manually tenderized it with that with a mallet, that stuff was still kind of tough to me. So I find out doing it in the oven, the way I'm going to prepare and show you guys, it really kind of tenderizes it, and I mean it's better to me. I ain't fixed on top of the stove in many years. I put it in the oven because it makes it better. That moisture makes it tender, and it's easier just cooking it in the oven. Okay, let me tell you, I'm going to use a pack of brown gravy mix. A pack of brown gravy mix. Now, if you want to, guys, you can make up your own gravy. You can go to my recipe where my videos where I'm doing the pork chops and the ground beef patties. You can make that a gravy the exact way that I did it in there, and it'll be fine with it. But I'm always juicing something up a little bit. And then I'm going to use 1 pack of this beefy onion soup mix. That's all I got in here too is 1 pack. I'm going to use a pack of that, and I got 2 cups of water over here. What I'm going to do, take this, I'm going to mix this here gravy mix in this water. And then I probably, when I put it over in the skillet, and when I get the meat fried up and everything, I may put some more water to it. And guys, I got a medium onion, which I normally do a large, but I didn't want to go do two. I'm just gonna make up with it with my little onion mix and stuff. I got an onion sliced up here, and this is my flour, and I got it seasoned with the same thing, and not a lot of it, guys, because like that, this Montreal steak season, that's all you really need. That it's got a pretty high salt content in it, so but it just makes steak so good. And I got that garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper over here in my flour. And most of you guys and that's been with me a while, and the one that haven't, let me tell you, I use self-rising flour for my flour and what you call dredge and stuff. I use self-rising flour because over the years I found out it just give the meat a better taste, better browning and everything. I can't tell you exactly why, but that is a preference of mine. But you can always use self-rising flour. I use self-rising flour. That's what I use, self-rising flour. But you can use plain flour, but just put your seasonings and stuff to it. But that's just my preference, self-rising flour, and that's what that is. I want to make sure you know what all I have in it when you see the final product of the dish. And guys, I got a skillet over on the stove, and it's heating up on low. And I'm gonna go off, and when I do, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna just go ahead on and flour my cube steaks. And when I come back on, I'll be over at the stove, and I'm already have this gravy mix and this onion soup mix already mixed up. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, my oil is about heated up, but I'm gonna show you guys the this is the baking dish I'm gonna be doing it in. You can do it probably in a regular Pyrex dish, but because I'm gonna put the gravy and stuff on it, make sure it's something that's not shallow. That you can put some gravy on there, because I love that gravy. I love the gravy that come out. I can eat that once the meat gone. I either just eat that just with the rice. Okay guys, let me see, is my oil heating up? And yes, I'm gonna be covering it with some foil. I'm gonna cover this baking dish with some foil, and I'm gonna put it in the like I told you, it's going in the oven. And I'll tell you how long it cooked once I get finished. If I forget, guys, to tell you how long I cooked it, just drop me just drop me email, or either if I remember it, I'll put it in the I'll pin a comment. I got my steak already floured, and I always just kind of pat my flour into it. And see, this here flour that's gonna be on this here meat, it's gonna help thicken that your gravy. You don't want it too thick. Once I get it in the oven, see if I get another smaller piece up there with it. And guys, I think I normally fry this on maybe a 5 or a 6. And what I do is just let it I probably do it maybe about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I've never timed it before, so I'm not sure. And just let it cook on one side till it browns, and then when you turn it to the other side, you I'm gonna time it just to see, so I know in the future. And if some of you guys ask me that question, but I'm gonna go with maybe cooking it like 3 minutes on each side, and then I'm gonna place it over in the baking dish, what I'm going to be baking it in. So when I do this in first batch, I'm going to grease popper to show you how I do it. Then I will go off and finish frying up the other pieces, and I come back once it's fried and mix it, show you how I mix the onions and the rest of the ingredients in it. I'm going to see if it don't take long or less with those minutes. Guys, back in the days, that's the way they used to tenderize the beef and stuff. Beef back then, when I first started cooking, used to be a lot tougher than what it is now. I don't know what's the difference or how they feed it or whatever. But I mean, you had to know what you were doing when you were cooking some beef. And my mama always had a mallet. She would use that flat side of that mallet most of the time to try to, just beat it out. And then sometimes she would take a fork and prickle it. And they used to have a thing like, to me, the best I can remember, it was like a lot of needles or a little sharp blades and stuff. They used to use it to tenderize beef and stuff. I wish I could remember what that is. I can't remember enough to even try to tell you about it. And I don't even know if it's dry now, because now they use, now that's one thing my mama never did. Now, after we left the country, and I think whatever it was, she didn't believe in meat tenderizers and stuff like that. She used to tickle us, and I bring that's the reason we didn't ever cook with any of them, because she said that stuff is just not good for you. And she said just like it tender that their meat up, it'll tender your stomach up the same way. So you ain't got no business eating that stuff. It's not good for you. But whoever used it. So let's see, guys, is it ready to turn? Oh yeah. That's 3 minutes on that. That 3 minutes on, and I'm cooking it on maybe a 6, a number 6 on the stove. That was perfect timing. So guys, let me finish frying up the rest of it. I'm not going to hold you on to show you this. Just frying the meat. That don't make no sense. But when I get it fried, I'll come back and show you how I make up the little gravy mixture that I'm going to put on it. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have finished browning the peas steak, and now I have the onions over here in the skillet. I drained off the grease. I drained all the grease off except maybe about I said maybe about a tablespoon. Can you see over here, Tuck? And now this is that brown gravy mix. What is that?
iRobot.
This is that brown gravy mix and that beefy onion soup mix. And I'm just gonna pour it. You know, I think that onions, you ain't got to. I just wanted to just saute them enough just to get the flavor started in it. But it's gonna have great flavor anyway, guys, because of that beefy onion soup mix. I'm just gonna go ahead on and pour it over here in the skillet. Got me a little extra water right here. Get all of that seasoning out of it. And all I'm gonna do, guys, is just let this come to a boil. And then when I pour it over there, over the meat, if it needs any more liquid, if it's not covering the meat the way I want it to, I will, I got some extra water that I will be putting on it. But I'm going to let it come to a boil. And then I'm going to put a little bit, I got some, I'm going to sprinkle a little, just for some extra seasoning, sprinkle some more of this garlic seasoning over there. So, do you see a spoon over there? And I'm going to show you something else I do, guys. Now this is granulated garlic, onions that I'm putting in here. It's not the onion powder. I'm going to put about an extra tablespoon of that over here. And sprinkle just a little black pepper. Because that, what is it, that Montreal steak seasoning? It has quite a bit of salt, but this is something. You got the spoon for me? So I'm just going to stir this up. I'm going to show you what I do, guys, once I get that on there ready for it to come to a boil. Sometimes I like to put 2 onions over it. But, no, I need a smaller spoon. I'm just going to get me a little of it up, guys. A little of this gravy. And I'm going to taste it to make sure the salt is okay in here. Salt level perfect. Please don't go putting no salt on it. Yeah. Cut our robot out so he'll come over here. Just let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna pour it over the gravy. Over the meat, and then we're gonna put it in the stove. And thought I had sneezed. Thought that black pepper would have to have me sneezing. Just had to step out for a second, guys. Step back over there. Guys, let me tell you what I did with the meat. I cut the meat in half. If you have a big piece of cube steak, the way I do, this have helped me a lot. And it's bigger than a serving size or whatever you want to do. Wait till you fry your meat, guys. Once you fry it, then cut it in half. You can see how I cut them, but I I fried it first so it can get hard, because that meat is, it'll just, you know, it'll probably be hard to cut once you I mean when it's raw. Okay, and came to a boil. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm gonna go ahead on and pour this over the steak.
Boy, that smells good. I tell you.
No, you hadn't had it in a while.
Oh, I heard.
What you say? I gotta say it good eats.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put just a little more water over there, because the reason I'm doing this, because like I say, that flour that is on the it's on that meat. It's gonna act like a thickening agent to it. And while it's in the stove and baking up, but that moisture from that aluminum foil gonna keep it probably some kind of moist. You can go in and check it, and if you think your gravy and stuff is getting too thick, just add some more water to it, guys. And if you're using a Pyrex dish, make sure it's some. Take it out the stove. Make sure it's some warm water. But I shouldn't have to. But if I do, I will let you know, because that was a different gravy pack that I used this time. You got to find whatever you can find. You find it on sale, guys. All that brand name got to get out the way with these prices and stuff being so high. But it's going to get better, guys. All of this will endure for a day, but joy going to come in the morning. Just keep the faith in our Heavenly Father, that He will see us through these times, and try not to get caught up in so much of the negative stuff about it, and do what you have to do. Be conservative with what you have, and then try to you know, kind of when you see stuff on sale and all that stuff, just go ahead on and get some extra, and just kind of stock it back, and just be kind of, you know, just be kind of thrifty and frugal with your cooking and stuff. That's the reason I went ahead on and got this steak. It will be 2 meals for it. And guys, you know, I have shared a lot of my leftovers with you guys. That was one of the reasons I had started sharing with you how I make a meal. And all I have to do is put some sides and stuff to it, because, you know, usually we always have, you know, everybody usually have plenty of staples and sides that you can add to stuff. Because like I have, like I'm gonna fix some rice with this, but I'm gonna put some turmeric in it. I'll probably share it with you in a weekly meal. And I'm gonna put some turmeric and any other season you want to put in your rice, simply because, you know, turmeric, this stuff is good for arthritis and inflammation at the joints and stuff, which I have a little of it. And so it's done got that time of the year I got to start doing it. So guys, I'm gonna start this out on I say I'm gonna start it out on 40 minutes. And I'll let you know, did I cook it long or cook it what, but I had to have a set time in there. So guys, I'll be back with
40 minutes, what degrees you going?
350 degrees, guys.
350 degrees, 40
I
minutes.
think I had said that a couple of times. 350. You know, they say anytime you're in doubt, do 350. If you want to cook it slower at 325, you can, but I normally cook mine on 350, and then at probably the last 5 to 10 minutes of cooking, when I go back in and check it and see if do I need to add a little more water or whatever to it, or if it's finished, I'll take the foil off of it and let it maybe you know, just sit in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay guys, I'll be right back when the cube steak is finished. Okay guys, this is the finished product of the cube steak with gravy. Turned out awesome. And guys, I didn't have to add anything else to it after I did what I did on camera. And when I went in and checked it, everything was just going on just smoothly. And I only cooked it 40 minutes because that's, you know, we don't like our food falling apart or mush and stuff. So I only cooked it at 40 minutes. And like I said, I added nothing else to it. I'm going to go ahead on and end this video. And I'm going to go over and cut you a piece or show you a piece and put some gravy to you, good, so you can see the consistency of the gravy. But guys, remember to thumbs up my video, share it out if you like to, leave me a comment. The comment I want to ask you guys is how much, if you eat cube steak or buy cube steak, how much is the cube steak in your area? If you don't mind, leave me a comment of where you live and how much the cube steaks is a pound, because down here I think it's about $6 or better a pound. It's got to be at least $6 or $7 a pound, and I thought that was outrageous, because normally you can get cube steak a lot cheaper than that. So it just really was mind-boggling how expensive it was a pound. So guys, like I say, and thumbs up the video, leave me a comment telling me the price of the cube steak in your area, and remember what Mammy always tell you guys: think positive and use your common sense. That's very important what's going on now, guys. When you use your common sense and put it in God's hand, we're going to be all right. Like I say, joy going to come in the morning. We shall endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. God got it, especially for his believers. Now you got to believe and have faith. And you know, they say have faith of a mustard seed. But I have heard some older people say back in the days, the devil will go after that. So you try to keep it, you know, keep yourself in faith and just pray and just keep believing and believing in his word. So guys, as soon as truck move over, I'm going to go over and get up a piece of the steak and show you the gravy. And then I'll say bye to you guys. And then, again, you're going to cut off or just going to move on?
Just move over.
Okay. Let me get that way. And I'm pretty sure, guys, you'll be seeing this in a weekly meal, because I don't think we'll be buying no more of this no time soon. I'll get up a smaller piece. Get my knife. You pass me a fork over there too. Okay, thank you. It's perfectly cooked, guys. Just want to see what it looks like. And let me show you this gravy. It is so good. If you fix it this way, guys, you will not be disappointed. And this is the consistency of the gravy. So I'm holding it down right.
Mm-hmm.
That's going, when you put it on that rice, it's going to lay right where you put it. That will be good. Normally I fix me some biscuits when I fix a cube steak, guys. But I think I'm just going to fix some rolls. And we have this meal and get it over. And I'll probably fix some biscuits with the second half of it that I'm going to put in the freezer. Okay, guys, I already done ended the video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Think positive and use your common sense. Bye.
Bye, you guys.